Back to another video. It's Opium here, and it's NBA Taco Tuesday, first day of the NBA, and I'm ready to cash the fuck out. You can see all time we're up 246 units this month. We're up 26.4 last week, or this week I guess, 37.2. We hit these two better slips, 19x, 19x. We're cashing out right now. We do lose slips. I'm not gonna act like all we do is win, but we are profitable, and being profitable is not hard when you just tail all my slips. Literally, the proof is in the pudding. But anyways, we cooked up some Edwards slips, but today is Taco Tuesday, so we're gonna get right into this one right here. So first, Jalen Brunson over 33.5 PRA. You should always take tacos. Yes, they'll miss sometimes, but you're always gonna get value in them. And the number one way to be profitable sports betting is to attack value. So this is a no-brainer 5 PRA discount. It should hit, but if it doesn't, it is what it is. But let's get into the rest of the slip. Let's make these videos short. Attention span is low, I know. Let's pull up DGF. So you can see right here, Jason Tatum under 47 fantasy score, minus 125 odds chance to hit. In all these books, they take all their points, rebounds, assists, turnovers, blocks, and steals, and they make their own value out of it. So DraftKings has this at 45.2, 45.7, 43.9. Let's pull up JT. Jason Tatum. Let's pull up fantasy score. So under 47. Let's pull up head-to-head first. So he's under in 3 of 5. So these two games in the beginning of the year, he's just playing well, I guess. He was taking a lot more shots. But the last 3 games is probably a more accurate representation of the Knicks when they traded for like OG and Anunoby and stuff like that. 42, 40, and 40. So it should be a little sweaty. JT's a great player, so he's obviously going to come close to his line. But 2023, he was under 55% of games. And you could be like, what about KP? He's not playing. I thought the same thing. So when I checked, it didn't really change his fantasy score hit rate like that. In home games, he was actually under in 69% of games. So, Derek White, maybe a little bit more comfortable in his role at home, doing some of the dirty work, getting some blocks and steals, stuff like that. So I'm comfortable with this JT 47. It's just a little too high compared to market value. Let's pull it to the next prop. So we'll skip Trae Young for last because he's Wednesday. So let's go into OG. OG and Anunoby. All right. 1.5 3-pointers made. His role in this offense is, I'm a little scared of this prop, but I'm going to trust the juice, and I'm going to trust my read on it. I don't know how well he fits in right now with Mikal. Word is he's starting, but you can see, I'm not saying he's going to hit or he's going to not hit, but we have an edge. We have a 53.18% chance to hit and a 1.5 3-pointer line, minus 120 on Pinnacle, one of the sharpest books in the world, and minus 130 across the board. Let's pull up into why I like this play. Head to head, he's hit fourth. Oh, this is for first quarter points. I'm tripping. Yeah, head to head, he's hit 2. This game was with Toronto, 1 game with the Knicks. So, and he was hitting this line even with limited minutes. In 2023, if I pull the games with Jalen Brunson, we hit in 56% of games. Away games, it doesn't look good, but I'm gonna trust the juice on this one. I'm gonna trust that, with Mikal and Cat, he might get some more open corner threes. I think that's what Vegas is thinking. 34 minutes per game, which is what he was averaging last year. If he had 56% hit rate, and he has a good matchup against Boston, a team that he shoots well against. This was even at the Garden, so I'm comfortable taking this line in a game where he only played 26 minutes and he's averaging like 30 minutes. I'm really comfortable with OG. Let's pull up Mikal Bridges less than 14 first half fantasy score. So the reason why I went with first half is because this line is so they have this line juiced under 27.5 at minus 139. If you're not familiar with fantasy score, this is a this is crazy. So you can take the full game. I just couldn't find any stats for his first game line or first half line. I'll see if it's up now, actually. Yeah, so it is. So we can look at this 2023. He was under. He didn't go under at all, actually. 32%, 26 of 82, and then head to head, he's under in 204. But so actually, I think this first half line is a little better. We're getting half a fantasy score value, so 14 plus 14 is 28. The original line is 27.5. We pull up under 14. He's under in 3 of 4 games with a push in this game. Obviously, he's with a new team, but in Brooklyn, like he's literally the number 1 and number 2 option behind Cam Thomas, and these are like pretty high minutes, and he's still going under in a team. Now he's on the team of the Knicks where he has less opportunity to shoot the ball, and you can maybe make that argument that maybe he has more of an opportunity to, get some steals and blocks. But in 2023, he is only 40%, but head to head, I'm just liking this 3 or 4. He has he just doesn't play good against Boston, and I think with a limited offensive scoring role, it's just a no-brainer type of play for me. I wonder if there's any way I can pull up away games maybe in 2023. Yeah, so away games first half is like 49%. What about games where they lose? Yeah, games that they lost. Obviously different team, but 63% chance, a 63% hit rate in away games. He's definitely a little worse. So I'm definitely liking Mikal Bridges under a fantasy score. I think, anytime there's a player with a new role, they're not adjusting off the rip. They just it's just hard for them to adjust. You can see last 10 finishing the year, he started going under. But yeah, head to head 3 or 4 with a push. This is one of my favorite plays of the day for sure. And let's pull up Trae Young over 26.5 points and rebounds. Trae against Mikal's older team. Let's pull up over. So obviously this looks terrible. He was coming back from injury. But what I'm really interested in is no DeJounte Murray. Obviously I can't pull that up, but 55% hit rate on the year last year. Home games was 53%. In games that they win, and they're favored to win, you can see 77% chance of hitting. If they want to win this game, Trae Young's got to play good. Let's pull up head-to-head, though. I guess they lost the other game. But, yeah, 2-2. He had 43 and 4 in the OT game, which is kind of crazy. I don't expect that, but this game is 145 to 147. Both these teams really struggle defensively. I think this will be a really high-scoring game. And then the other game, 114 to 113. Yeah, 30 and 1. Obviously lacking in the rebounds, but he can score against this very piss-poor Brooklyn defense. Let's pull up the market value on this, though. So Trae Young over 26.5. You can see all these other books have this line 27.5, 28.5, 26.5 with a minus 120. So these two books, they're very reputable. FanDuel and DraftKings, they know what they're doing. They pour millions and millions of dollars in their lines all the time, and they think this line is 50-50 at 27, 28.5, and on Prize Picks we're getting it at 26.5 with minus 136 odds and a 53.31% chance to hit. So this is the first taco slip. I was cooking this up before the taco drop to make sure I got this video out on time so you guys could tell, beat the bumps. I'm not a gambling expert, and this is not financial advice, but other than that,